No one knew this cute-looking freak used to be human. He grabbed a rock off the ground. He slammed it down hard at the monster in front of him. He had been sick of goblin meat for 500 years, but right now he was starving, and he had no other option. 500 years ago, he had another name, Smeagol. He used to be a hobbit. During a trip out in the wild, he stumbled on the Dark Lord Sauron's One Ring. The second he laid eyes on it, an evil force started eating them alive. Smeagol begged his friend to give him the ring as a birthday gift, because it was his birthday today, but his friend shut him down on the spot. In the end, the ring got inside his head. Smeagol snapped and took his friend out. Then, he ripped the One Ring right out of his hands. He was once kind, and his heart was clean, but the ring's darkness kept poisoning him. His mind slowly twisted into something ugly. Guided by the One Ring, he wandered alone into the goblin caves beneath the Misty Mountains. He lived there by himself for over 500 years. The ring gave him a freakish, endless life, but it also warped his body and soul until he turned into a full-on monster. Then, 500 years later, Bilbo Baggins slipped during a fight with a goblin and fell into his hiding place. Hearing the noise, Gollum rushed over to check it out. Because Bilbo fell somewhere hidden, Gollum didn't spot him. But just as he was about to drag the goblin back for a big meal, the goblin that was knocked out suddenly woke up. In a panic, Gollum grabbed a rock and smashed it toward his head. He didn't notice the One Ring in his pocket dropped right then. After Gollum left, Bilbo went to where the ring had fallen. Maybe it was fate. Bilbo ended up picking up the ring, but in that moment, he had no clue how terrifying it was. Then, he followed Gollum, trying to use him as a way out, but the glow from his elven sword quickly tipped Gollum off. When he turned back again, Gollum was already behind him in a little boat. Good thing Bilbo reacted fast and pressed the blade to his throat, and Gollum, who'd seen it all, recognized that sword instantly. So he played nice and offered Bilbo a riddle game. If Bilbo won, Gollum would lead him out of there. If Bilbo lost, Bilbo would willingly become Gollum's dinner. To get out as fast as possible, Bilbo agreed immediately. After a brutal round of brain-melting questions, the score ended up tied. But when it was Bilbo's turn to ask again, he froze. With Gollum rushing him nonstop, Bilbo accidentally felt the ring in his pocket. So he asked Gollum what was in his pocket. That question completely broke Gollum. No matter what he tried, he couldn't guess the answer. Humiliated and furious, he decided to use the ring's power to end Bilbo. But when he reached down to his waist to grab it, he realized his most precious treasure was gone. He panicked and started tearing up the ground, searching like crazy. Then he calmed down, and he suddenly remembered Bilbo's last riddle. In an instant, it clicked. Bilbo had taken his ring, so he lunged at Bilbo right away. Bilbo dodged, but he slipped and crashed to the ground. The ring in his pocket fell out too. He reached for it, and by pure accident, he slid it onto his finger. In 1 second, he vanished. That's one of the ring's tricks. The wearer drops into stealth. Even with Gollum right in front of him, Gollum still couldn't sense him at all. And right then, the dwarves who had just escaped the goblin horde happened to pass by with Bilbo. Bilbo tried to catch up, but Gollum was blocking the path. Bilbo almost pulled out the elven blade to finish him for good, but when he saw that painfully pitiful look in Gollum's eyes, Bilbo couldn't do it. So he gathered himself and jumped. He vaulted straight over Gollum and cleared him in one leap.
Baggins! Fool! Curse it and crush it! We'll lose it forever!